Hi all, out here with more space engineers, and today we're going to keep working on this little beast. So we've got some design ideas. We'll run them past y'all just to show you what's going on, talk about what we want to get done, and where we're going. But first we have to get started, so let's go. So, happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and setting up for a terrific weekend. Oh, so we are going to do a little bit of camera magic. There we go. Look at that. It's daylight again. I don't worry too much about it because of the fact that we're not using solar panels, so it's not like we're really cheating anything. Just making it easier to record. All right. Okay, so when we left off yesterday, well, actually, I should say when we left off on Wednesday's video. Oh, we are recording this at almost Friday morning. Yeah, so a little punch drunk this evening. So, as I was saying, when we left off on this build, we had gone ahead and placed in some of the sloped LCDs. For those who are curious about the mod, I will put the link in the description for this video, but it is also available in the comment section on the previous video. So if you jump back to that other video really quick, should be in one of the first comments up there. So that being said, okay, so the idea for this, right, the whole idea behind this ship is I wanted something that is a little bit, well, it's going to be much bigger than the landing pod, the starter escape pod thing, but I wanted something that was going to be large enough to actually be able to do a little bit of walking around in. You know, nothing too grandiose, because unfortunately things like the bed are not small grids, so it doesn't do us a whole lot of good to have. You guys are not small grid either, correct? Yes, okay, you're not. So, you know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have too much space in here, but I do want something that is something a little bit more, you know, just a little bit bigger, something we can have a little bit of fun with. Now, one of the problems that I'm running into is I want to put a survival kit on it and an O2 generator. Now, both the O2 generator and survival kit are an even number of blocks thick, or on its widest side, it's an even number of blocks. So the survival kit is, what is that, 4? Right, it's 4x3, I believe, or something like that. Yeah, so it's 4x3, which is fine for most usage. Unfortunately, because the ship is built with the idea of being, you know, an odd number of blocks wide, makes it difficult to have this built in line and have, you know, the oxygen generator being able to function with it, because the oxygen generator is too wide. So what I'm thinking to do is we mount this thing like that. Actually, let's move it back one, and then what we can do is we can put a vent there and a vent there. Right, so we have 2 vents on it. Yay! Okay. Now from the other side, because the survival kit has a large connector on it, we can put, helps if I set these up properly. Okay. We can do that. So now we have O2 generator. We have this wonderful beast. And we have, you know, into the cockpit. Alright, so now I don't know if we're actually going to be able to make the cockpit airtight, and I'm not really worried about it if we can't. It would just be nice if we could, because we're gonna do some things with the doors, or to put doors on it and see what we can come up with from there. And we are going to do have a connector. Okay. So what I'd like to do is have a connector on this thing, and I'm thinking we may... Really? I'm rather surprised about that, actually. I have to say, I'm very surprised it won't let me do that. So it'll let me place it there? Huh. Interesting. So the idea I was working from, I bet you'll let me put it on the end here though, won't you? Yeah. Okay, that is just random acts of nuttiness. Alright, so we put a connector there. And this does mean that yes, the connector is only going to be able to pass small things, which will be basically ores and small components. But that's okay. We're not too worried about it, and I don't know if that's going to stay there or not. I may end up changing it so that the connectors may be up on top here, and then we pipe down into the O2 generator. Because, you know, we've got this giant base being built. It would be a shame to not utilize it. Right. Okay, so that gives us stuff here. And you are large grid only by default. I can never remember if they made that a small grid item yet or not. Right, so we have that, we have that. I mean, that's pretty much the extent of what we really need on the ship. Maybe some cargo. Actually, a medium cargo might not be a bad idea. Because what we could do is we could do that. Is there any room left in the middle there? No. Let's take that off there for now. We'll figure out the rest of it a little bit. So one of the things that we do want, get that out of there. Let's grab our batteries, and we are going to say, I think we want the battery here. We'll put another battery here, and since this we don't really have anything over here that we're worried about. I actually like the battery like that. Do I want that there? So let's do that. Do space on that side. Or do I want to run them across the top? Oh, see, this is where we always run into it. It's like so many different things that we could do and so many places that we could put things. We're never quite sure where everything is going to go until we get to this point. We just kind of build it and go a lot of times. You know what? If we take you out there, let's go. Actually, let's take these off because I want to make sure these are all oriented the same way. Because nothing worse than having these things auto-rotate to the point where it just annoys me, which they tend to do. If we do that, That should work nicely, actually. And this is going to be, I guess it doesn't actually have to be airtight. It would be nice, but we'll make do with what we got, I think. Okay. So now the question is where are we going to put things like thrusters and some of our other equipment? So let's go ahead and get that out, put that on. Actually, because our control panel is going to be there-ish. Actually, let's see, do we have... what is it? Hey, we do actually have the components for it. Nice. I wasn't sure we would. Okay. So let's get this welded up first. Okay. So that tells us that's where that's going to end up. So if we have... So if we do this, right, we can still get to the battery. And that's 2 blocks thick, yeah. Which then means we could bring that in here. But we do want to have this piped in. So maybe instead of doing that, if we go over here, whoop, let's take that out, and that out. What we're going to do is we're going to substitute a few things here. We're going to put conveyor block there. Conveyor there. And so that way, if we actually end up getting this thing to be airtight, we'll see. But okay, so that allows us to pipe up and out as we need to, if we need to. If we then run... Right. Okay, that pipes through that way. And what this will allow us to do is if we decide we want to run a connector on the bottom, we basically pipe it over and down, and then we have the connector, you know, well, if we put the connector here-ish, we'll be able to run it through either the front, side, or back of the connector. Or if we want to put a connector up on the top, we can slap a connector pretty much anywhere up here and pipe it through. In fact, if we went... and did something like that, and like that, we could put the connector right there. Let's just go and get that out of here. Almost tempted to just go ahead and put the connector here and pipe everything off of it. because that would keep the top of the connector flush with everything else. So if we did that, that could actually work. Let's take you out. Okay, let's make sure, yes, that would line up. We'll have windows in here. We'll figure out transition stuff over here, and then the cockpit space. Now for the cockpit window, what I'm thinking here is we're gonna go like basically with the Millennium Falcon style. So you have the whole cockpit area, and those blocks those little half ramps I just welded, let's make them out. In order for us to get the windows in the way I want. In fact, let's go ahead and because what I'm thinking here is we'll have a couple of windows here and basically build an arch up and over that meets up with the front of it. And so this will end up being a snub nose. I mean, it's a Scout. It's not meant to be, you know, it's not even a full Scout. It's kind of a utility Scout. So I'm thinking that we're going to treat it as such. I want to move you out of there again. That's right. Focus on one thing at a time, Hal. One thing at a time. Okay. There you go. Then the batteries, like I said, offer us a little bit of protection here. Because those batteries are basically armor for us as far as we're concerned. Oh, right. So now for the doors, let's go here really quick. It kind of disturbs me that you can't pull the piston head up as its own part anymore. Very unfortunate. It's online. And so what we're doing here is just going ahead and we're going to weld up some of the basic stuff, because if you've been around here for more than 10 minutes, you know that I like to complain about not being able to weld up the small blocks because of the funky collision on them. Small blocks have this really weird... Okay, I just want to make sure that those are functional. Really weird hitboxes that irritate the hell out of me. So if you if you ever hear me complaining about it, you know why. So now we're going to do the blast doors, and what we're going to do is we're going to have you, I think. So if we do something like, actually, it might not be a bad idea to do that. We're going to do the same on this side. And what we'll do is we need to get a, let's go ahead and get one battery on this thing. Oh, I remember why I wasn't going to put the... it might still work. So if we do something like that... Because what I wanted was, I wanted to get a couple of solar panels on here. Five, two, three, 6, 7. So if I do that's be 3, 4, 5. And we go. Right? Is that right? Yes. Okay. Never understood the way that that worked, but you know, we're not going to complain. And what we'll do is we'll come back and do some detail cleanup on this a little bit later. But for right this second, this will hopefully give us what I need: solar glass. Okay. Give me that. Give me that. Should hopefully have enough nickel for this. I only really need one of them, but I'll take them all if I can. Okay, perfect. I like when this stuff works out. Right. And so this is going to be important because of the fact that now that we have power, we can start making some adjustments to just a few of the things here. Like the pistons. Alright, so we want the pistons to come out 0.3 meters. So we want this to be 0.3. Maybe 0.1, actually. A wolf has found me. Do you see the wolf? I don't see the wolf. Are you hungry like? Okay. Looking for the little smoke cloud. Aha, I see a wolf. Oh! He despawned. Damn you, wolf. Alright. I was hoping for free parts. I like when they bring me free supplies. Alright, so what were we saying? That's 0.3. Let's go 0.1 and see how that works for us. Point 0.1 looks good. It might even be 0.05, maybe? Let's try. Ooh, that actually might be good. So, okay, so if we do... So what we're going to do is we want... inverted corner. Man, it would help if this thing was some color other than white. Alright, so we're not going to be able to do that until we do that. And so we want this to be there, right? So this is basically what we're wanting to do. We're gonna go ahead and grab this. We're gonna say inverted corner, edge piece. Alright, so now the idea is that we are going to have blast door like so. And then we want maybe something like that. And then the same on the other side. And now, did I do that wrong? I did that piece wrong. I want why am I unable to place that now? Is that because you vibrate it out of there? Alright, come here, you. Alright, and then for here, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna flip this bad boy just like so. Alright, so we're gonna give this a try and see if the whole thing blows up or not. So hopefully, if it blows up, it doesn't destroy too much. With my luck, it's going to blow up and kill everything within like 3 kilometers. What? Come here. There you go. You're at 0.3. Your maximum distance is there. So we're going to add a 1 and a 0. Now the question is what is keeping it from closing? Yeah, see? Alright, so what we may need to do then is scratch that, scratch that. We'll clean that up in a minute. And we just want to go ahead and do one full door.
Fuel low.
Really? Come here, you. Alright.
Fuel critical.
See, this annoys me because of the fact that I can get this to work on large grids. But again, because of that weird collision with small grid blocks, these types of doors sometimes don't work. So it is rather, I don't want to say frustrating, but it's definitely annoying. Alright, so if it won't let us do it that way. Alright, let's do this. If you're not going to let us do that, how about if we instead do this? Basic order. Do I want to go 180? So it'd be 0 to 90. Why are you not gonna let me? You're not really gonna let me do anything. You're not letting me have any fun today. Alright. So I can place it there, but not there. Oh, really? Freaking kidding me? Character tools. Okay, that could be funny. What if we instead did something like this? We want that to be, so that's 90. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so now the odds are it's not going to let me place a block there because it's sunk in, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to give it, let's go 0.05. No, so it's going to have to come out another half step. So 0.075. Let's go with that. So you'll let me place that, but you won't replace the edge. Huh. Okay, see what I want to do. Maybe I have to do it that way. I guess I could do. Something like that. And so what I'm thinking here is, just to be funny about it, we do let's go something like that. I'm almost tempted to put windows in. I am seriously considering it at this point. Okay. So we do something like that, and then we bring the you bring that rotor head in a little bit. Let's go back to that 0.05. Because I think that 0.05 is going to give us probably the... I might be able to bring that in a little further. Okay, so that is 0. We want that to go no further than 90, so we're going to say rotor lower limit 0, upper limit 90. So let's go, velocity is going to be, let's go 0.5. Moving. All right. May have made that a little weaker than I meant to. Let's go -1. Or are you moving? Doesn't look like you're actually moving. Oh, we may have hit a mass limit on it. Let's see if it rips it off there. Turned on, everything's running, everything should be running at least. Yes. Alright, give it one more try. The old college try, right? Alright. So it looks like it's trying. But it also looks like it might be having just a wee bit of issue here. So if we start taking pieces off, interesting. Okay. That's not gonna work either. Alright. And see, I just want to have a cool door. Something that we can have some fun with. But no. We'll figure out the doors later then. I might have to mod them. I hope not.
Energy low.
But, you know, if we do, we do. It's fine. Okay, so this video is running a little long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick cut. I'm going to get all of this stuff welded up. I'm going to get as much of the core ship portion done today as possible. So we'll weld this beast up with what we've got so far. And then we'll start working on things like our engine placement. Because I'm thinking we may do one large thruster back here. I'm kind of hesitant to do that. Actually, no, we don't need to. We shouldn't need to. We should be able to get away with just small thrusters. So let me see what we can do. Let's see what we can do with the concept with the thrusters and yeah. So let me go ahead and get this thing welded up. We'll come back and we'll talk about thruster placement. All right, we'll be right back. And we are back. Okay, so we went ahead and got a bunch of stuff welded up, added a few more blocks. I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to do for thrusters at this point. I'm thinking I kind of want them out of the way, I guess would be. So maybe something like one there. Let's drop one in there. And like one there. And then for our reverse thrust, one there, one there, and then for primary propulsion, we might just go ahead and do the little sneaky thing. And we say, can I write that on there? Huh. Something like that. Alright, so that gives us lift, forward, brake, and we just need lateral. We want to keep the thrusters away from areas that might cause problems. I mean, I guess I could go... actually do it this way. And then we go... oh... something like that maybe instead. See, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not, so we're gonna try it. I'm gonna have to bring that other one out one to keep it symmetrical. I forgot we had conduit, or the conveyor junctions piped in over there. Which means we're gonna have to also move you over. Okay, so that gives us right and left lateral, 4 forward propulsion, 3 lift, 2 retro. And then we also have room that if we need to put more on here, we can build them out to the side. We can just, you know, stack them up or whatever. We got plenty of options here. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of that for now. Yeah, my one concern is will the 3 that are dedicated to lift right now, if that'll be enough. I'm thinking I may need to put 1 or 2 more in, and we do have the space for them here, which is why I left the space like I did. So, yeah. Okay, so what do we got there? We've got just a bunch of thrusters. Okay. Let's just see if I don't know if we have the parts for all of these. I need a lot of motors. So it's 20, so basically just shy of 40 motors. So we'll just go ahead and make 40 of those really quick. We'll let that cook for a couple of moments. And we are going to need, actually, let me grab a bunch of those, because we don't need any of this on here at this point. But we will need, oh, I think we're going to need the 2x1s, the 1x1s, Gonna need the 45s. I'm probably gonna need some of the window faces. Like I said, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep it fairly simple. Alright, so we go here. So we do that. Come here. Do that. So we just need one more up. One more up. And then if we go... I mean, I guess we could actually... Let's get rid of all the blocks for right now. Let's go... we want the 2x1. Like that. That's gonna go... I'm gonna swing these around. And that's what, 3 blocks there? Yeah, it would be nice to have a 3x1 window, wouldn't it? Actually, we have 3x2s. Oh, 3x3s. Yeah, I think we can make that work. Because it's going to have to go out that far anyway to clear basically everything else. So if we then go... And then for here, we do the 2x1s. And we're gonna do the same thing that we had there. Like I said, we're just going for a really simple cockpit with hopefully high visibility. And we're gonna do the same here. Oh, are you? No. Okay, so we need. Oh. 1x2s. We want that one, I think. That's 1x2. We just want the 1x1s. 1x1 face. There we go. Ah, need girders. Give me girders. Good thing I noticed that was low. That was almost entertaining. Alright. And I apologize for going dark, but it is what it is right now. Okay, and then we want R9. We want that direction. And then we are going to rotate that. Okay, that's a whole lot of windows. Let's get these things welded up first. Now remember, whenever you're welding thrusters, even the small ones, do not be standing directly in front of the exhaust port when you finish them, because if you are, you will probably kill yourself. Alright, as I look down the barrel of one of these things as I start welding it. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we need 3 more of these, which is fine. And we need a whole lot of windows. 1, 2, 3. So I need 9 of the 2x1s. Welcome to my killing field. Ooh. Always nice getting free parts. Oh yeah. Where are you? Seems like there should be more here. So, one thing I don't like is that they stay on the radar even after you've killed them. So you're never quite sure if they're actually dead or not. Alright. Looks like we got them all. Okay. So let's drop all of this stuff off. You're gonna say... There you go. I think that was all of them. Alright. We'll find out shortly, because if there's any left, they'll come eat us. They will come eat our face. Ah, motors. More motors. Okay. Alright, so we want just all of the thrusters. We're just going to name this group all. Let's turn those bad boys off. We're going to need some light in here. And we need to figure out that transition on the top. Alright. Okay, so I have an idea for these. Right here, these will be easy. We want all blocks, please. Thank you. Specifically, that one. See, these are going to be the easy ones to fix. Alright, so we don't need any more girders. We just really need glass, and a lot of it. Okay. Just lots and lots of glass. Alright. And then this is here, so we're gonna go... Wasn't there two? Oh, I guess it's just the 2x3, huh? Oh crap. Okay. Which means we're gonna need... Well, it's 1x2. Right, so you... We need the invert. Maybe there, bit of glass there, and then back here we are going to effectively do that, do that, and that. No, we won't get there. Go ahead. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna do this really quick. There you go. We can see again. Yay! Alright. There still appear to be wolves out. Alright, so we just need, that's 2, 3. So it's 2. So, yeah, so is that 3 per, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 39. Oh. And then 39 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17. So 34, 39, 60, 70. Okay. Let's just go ahead and make 100. Because we can. Because we can. Alright. So we can get rid of that. Get rid of that. And, oh, I need to make motors. Forgot. I need, what was that? 30, 44? No, 43. I'll just make 50. It's not like we're not going to use them. We'll come back for the motors in a moment. Because what I want to do is I want to get this thing flying today. And yes, I know I can put those vertical if I want. And I may. We'll see. We'll see what kind of mood I'm in. That looks like that's all of our windows welded up, yes. And we have everything in the proper facing. It's even better. We'll go see if we can find that wolf that's just hanging out over here. I hate having red dots on my radar. Where are you at, buddy? You got stuck in the crevice, didn't you? The crevasse. You up here? Where'd you go, little wolfie? I hear you. Oh, there you are. So we lost faction with the spiders and didn't gain any with the pirates. Okay. All right. Okay, so we've got pretty much everything welded up, right? Is there anything we're really missing on this side? Just need... What do we need? We need motors. There we go. Is there anything else that we need it We didn't need like construction components or anything, right? Just motors. Okay. So all of that is in. Oh, engines. Or thrusters. Didn't I save? Did I actually not save that group? Guess not. Odd, it didn't save. Really? There it goes. Okay. Take out the control panel. Now, one of two things is going to happen. First being, I'm going to remember that I need to weld up at least one of the landing gear. Cannot withdraw it, son of a... Alright. So we have one landing gear. That's good enough. Make sure all of our thrusters look like they are turned on. Yes, yes. Specifically our lift thrusters. Those are the ones that are the most important. Because what we're going to do is in 3, 2, 1. Hey! It's floating. Exactly like a brick doesn't. Alright. So now the question is it actually floating or is it just Space Engineers physics? Oh, it's actually floating. Look at that. Okay. That's actually good. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to clean up the underbody here a little bit. We've got that line down the center. I think I'm going to transition that over to half blocks. So we'll do the upper portion of a 2x1 ramp directly behind the antenna, and then basically have half blocks down in between the landing gear. But looks like it is working. So let's go ahead and grab our groups. There we go. And we're able to get down on the ground. We have all sorts of stuff. I just need to clean up the lines on the front here. Basically, I'm going to grind down some of these blocks and make this look a little bit more presentable. I may relocate things like the remote control block down and maybe move the antenna up. But basically I want to clean this up so that it's a little bit more presentable. You know, maybe I'll put the antenna over here on the side. That could be interesting. Or at least the like maybe put the ore detector or something over here. Alright, so this episode has gone way too long. But we at least have a vehicle that can get us around now. So we'll get the rest of this cleaned up. Like I said, I'll straighten out some of the mess that is up here and down there and basically get this whole thing presentable. But we'll do that off camera. And when we come back next time, probably more of the base is going to get built. Because now that we have a ship that can get us around, we need to get it connected in so it can charge up off of the wind as well as solar. So we need to get that portion of it sorted out, which is basically one of these sections here. We're going to have an arm that goes up into the ceiling that little beastie will connect to. But yeah, so on that note, we're going to get out of here. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit that like button if you want to see more. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, or just want to do something nice for me on this lovely Friday. Just so you know, it's supposed to be raining locally for me on Saturday, so the subscriptions, the likes, and even the comments help brighten my day a little bit. Yes, it's self-serving, but I'm going to say it anyway. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your Friday. Have a fabulous week. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Alright, let's see if this little beastie... oh, we didn't finish the gyro. That's what it was. I don't have a gyro on this thing yet, do I? We don't want to go anywhere until we have a gyro. Because that would be extremely entertaining for everybody but me. Let's see. Oh, we're going to put gyro on this beast. Put it over here or something.